Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. In this video, I couldn't be bothered to use my phone on a tripod, so I just used my webcam. So, pardon the quality, it's a little bit different. Well, basically, yesterday we had probably the most important binary options webinar, and the reason why I would think that is the most important binary options webinar for now is because in that webinar I was teaching students in the Binary Lab Elite on how to handle very tight moving markets. So a lot of traders across forums, groups, and even the IQ Option chat have been grumbling away on how they're getting like less wins in the recent 2 weeks because of very tight movements. And this applies particularly to those who do reversal kind of methods. So maybe if you do reversal trading, perhaps you encounter a situation when, let's say if you're trying to go for a top or bottom and then suddenly you get tricked out because it goes higher, or maybe if you waited for some confirmation, you find that by the time it confirms on the next candle, it goes against you. So these are the usual frustrations that would plague reversal kind of trader. And for people doing breakouts, the same thing applies as well. Not so much as the reversal trader, but for the people doing breakouts, it would be quite tricky as well, because some of those doing breakouts will notice that you thought a breakout was going to happen, only to find that it goes back into the channel again. So in the most recent webinar that I did just like hours ago, I taught traders how to use the price rejection method. It is based on support resistance, and how to combine this with a lot of the common indicators or approaches that you may have in your reversal trading, in your breakout trading, to get like higher accuracy and lesser trades. Or should I say lesser trades and higher accuracy and less frustration. I highly recommend that you watch this webinar because, like I said, I think it's the most important one. And it's like this, when the market increases the difficulty to trade by a notch, you have to increase your skill level by a notch or more to be able to match it and still remain profitable in this market. So get into the Binary Lab Elite community. If you haven't done so already, watch that video. It would benefit you immensely, and that's guaranteed. On the webinar itself, I picked over 7 winners. 4 of those actually taken, and 1 was sold halfway. I also told you the essence of switching around time frames. Switching around like indicator settings. A lot of people think that indicator settings like a set and forget. But in yesterday's webinar, I revealed that based on the conditions, based on the volume movement, based on the strength of the volatility, the indicator settings should be changed to be able to keep giving you accuracy when you trade. So if you're just starting out in binary, you don't really know what I'm talking about, you should first start out with the Binary Lab Basics program. So go onto my Facebook page, send a message to the admin, and get into that Binary Lab Basics program. And then for those of you who've been trading for some time and you're frustrated with your results, maybe it's because you've been on a long profit run, but just in the past couple of weeks, you find that somehow you just can't keep it going. You're up one, you're down one, you're up one, you're down one. Basically, you're going nowhere in your trading. And if that's you, Binary Lab Elite can help you fix that. Not just through the Telegram chat that we have, which I am on pretty much like, I come on to reply messages every day. I also have my trade analyst. It's actually my cousin. He comes in every London session to basically kind of like draw you to certain setups, and kind of like he's the first person that I would train whenever I have a technical change, and he would basically help to lead traders toward the correct way of applying the methods that I teach. For example, he will be looking out for setups that conform to these new parameters every single time. Alright, that happens for about 2.5 hours every London session. An excellent, great learning tool. Alright, so hit up the Facebook page admin if you want to get into Binary Lab Basics. And for those of you who are interested into getting Binary Lab Elite, the admin will be able to help you on that as well. And for those of you who are currently in Binary Lab Basics and you would like to take a step further to Elite, we have a very special offer for you so that you can go up one level and raise your game. Speak to the Facebook page admin or send an email to new accounts at thebinarylab.net. Bye for now. Good trading.